Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
You can now stay in the same suite Elvis did during his time in Las Vegas. Good Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Let's get into your top stories. Governor Joe Lombardo vetoes 50 bills this week, including one that would keep ICE out of Nevada schools. Assembly Bill 217 would have prohibited school districts and their employees from giving permission to federal immigration officials to access school facilities. Other bills vetoed include AB 245, prohibiting someone under 21 from owning a semi-automatic shotgun or semi-automatic centerfire rifle, and SB 171, which would have enacted a shield law to protect the trans community by protecting patients seeking care out of state and providers who perform the care. For the full list and the breakdown of the bills vetoed, you can visit lvrj.com. A TikTok superstar leaves the U.S. after being detained by ICE at Harry Reid International. Khaby Lame, who has more than 106 million followers on TikTok, was detained for overstaying the terms of his visa, an ICE representative told People magazine. He was granted voluntary departure once he was detained. The lights on the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign have turned rainbow colors to celebrate Pride Month.
3, 2, 1.
County commissioners and reps of the LGBTQ Center of Southern Nevada held a brief ceremony to flip the switch to mark the occasion. They say representation matters in our communities.
We're not just celebrating Pride Month, we're affirming that Clark County is built on the principle that everyone belongs. Our LGBT community doesn't just contribute to our success, they are our success. They're our entrepreneurs, our artists, our healthcare workers, our teachers, our neighbors, and our friends.
Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the landmark continues to welcome visitors to Las Vegas while celebrating the community's diversity and pride. In your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. The summer feeling continues. We'll be seeing some wind along with the heat today, with gusts reaching nearly 30 miles per hour later today. We can expect 90 degrees as you head out the door, hitting 100 degrees by 11 a.m. with a high around 108. Thursday, we'll be seeing more sunny and hot conditions with a high near 106, with winds gusting to 25 miles per hour. And Friday, more of the same with a high around 107 degrees. You can expect overnight lows in the upper 70s and lower 80s. In business, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. A local developer has drawn up plans for a new subdivision for residents of a sinking North Las Vegas neighborhood. North Las Vegas Planning Commission is scheduled to consider plans for a proposed 93-lot housing tract along Cary Avenue, just west of MLK Boulevard. It's a publicly funded project kickstarted by a state senator with close ties to the builder.
A couple of years ago, the Nevada legislature approved a bill that finances a new subdivision for homeowners in this community.
This would potentially bring relief to the residents of Windsor Park, a historically black community nearby that for decades has grappled with sunken houses, roads, and utilities.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. I'm Heidi Fang, and a mega bout between two boxing legends is set to take place in Las Vegas. Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford will face off in the fight capital on September 13th. A location has yet to be announced. The event will air on Netflix. A 3-city international press tour will kick off in Saudi Arabia on Friday, June 20th, before heading to the United States with stops at Fanatics Fest at the Javits Center in New York City on Sunday, June 22nd, and at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on Friday, June 27th. Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The odds at BetMGM for the Stanley Cup Final ahead of Game 4 on Thursday favor the Panthers to win the series at -250. The Oilers, who are down 2-1, are +200 to win it all. As for the odds for Game 4 in Florida, Edmonton is a +125 road underdog, and the Panthers are a slight favorite at -150 on the money line. The Oilers are -200 on the +1.5 puck line, and the total is 6.5, with the under a -120 favorite.
In Health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. You already know that getting a good night's sleep is important for your health, but in some cases, how you actually lay down to fall asleep can also make a difference. Dr. Rachel Salas of the Johns Hopkins Center for Sleep and Wellness says people with heart failure often experience shortness of breath that gets worse when they sleep on their left side. On the other hand, sleeping on the left side has been known to help pregnant women by improving their blood flow. But experts say that for most people, if you don't snore or have sleep apnea, the simplest advice is to pick a position where you feel most comfortable and wake least frequently. In Neon, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every week in both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Another food hall is ready to serve at a Las Vegas hotel casino. Via debuted Monday at the Venetian. The food hall draws together the culinary cultures of New York City, New Orleans, and Los Angeles, and beyond. Some of its eateries include the Bia's Taqueria, which serves Mexican food, Howlin' Ray's, offering Nashville hot chicken, and Ivan Ramen, with a variety of ramen dishes that can also be found at its two successful ramen shops in Tokyo. Via is part of the Venetian's $1.5 billion reinvestment project. And would you like to stay in the very suite that Elvis Presley stayed in during his successful Las Vegas residency? Well, now you can. And Neon Entertainment columnist John Katsalamides tells us more.
Elvis Presley sang about Heartbreak Hotel, but the Imperial Sky Villa at Westgate, Las Vegas is anything but. This is the residence occupied by Presley on the top of the hotel from 1969 to 1976. 13,000 square feet with Elvis memorabilia and portraits and paintings all over the place. You can rent this room for $20,000 a night, but when I've been in there, it's for corporate events such as the Rancheros, and it's part of Westgate's ongoing year-long celebration of Elvis's 90th birthday.
That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. Hit that subscribe button to get alerts when we post breaking news in our 7 at 7 newscasts. You can also watch us on other platforms like Apple TV and Roku. We'll see you here tonight for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studios, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.